staying here for like absolutely no reason at all. My whole time has already been wasted. And the first thing he asked me is, do you think that is fair? I was like boiling. Hi everyone. Let's run through some things, okay? Are you considering whether you should buy a car as a backpacker? If you are thinking whether you should rent, you definitely don't want to rent because you are going to be here for a year. Why the hell would you rent a car? Okay, definitely you want to buy a car, okay? What are the costs? How about roadside assistance? Well, I'm gonna answer right here for you, okay? I've never owned a car before in my life and I'm happy to help. My name is Bao and my handle is Bao the Bijin, okay? And Bijin means beauty in Japanese because I'm delusional. I'm on a working holiday visa here in Australia. I've always known I'm gonna buy a car. One of my considerations is really simply because I hate carrying heavy bags. So you see those backpackers that have those big bags, they are like half their size. Let me tell you, those bags are like at least 3/4 of my size, okay, of my height. So I'm not gonna carry something that is like 3/4 of my height. You know, like it's all the way like covering my butt. It's really damn bad. I remember when I was in exchange, I have a bag like that. It has been returned to me like recently. I didn't even bring it here because I know I hate it so much. It's an Osprey bag by the way, so it's not like some lousy quality random shit ass backpacking bag, okay? It is a good backpacking bag, but it was so heavy. I remember running for the bus and then I was like, wait, the bus. Can we just miss the bus? No, it's always an overnight bus for us, but during exchange, okay? So I'm never gonna do that again. So I brought a luggage. It's like a medium-sized luggage, okay? And it's better for me, okay? I can pull it around, push it around. Even if I exert a little bit of strength, you know, it won't break my backbone. It won't break my spine, okay? Basically, I'm willing to spend a certain amount of money, and initially what I was looking at was about $10,000 plus minus. And I started searching online. I think there was this one called Cars. I'll have to link it up. I was actually like looking at quite a few cars. Subsequently, I started to think the problem comes in when you want to return to your home country. You want to sell the car. What should you do then, right? I actually went to Google. If I just need the car for a year, I don't want to rent a car, I want to buy, what can I do? So I found this very old website, you know, with the old kind of text fonts. It's like very shabby. It's some kind of a forum. So one user was saying that you can actually find places that actually sells cars specifically to backpackers. How it works is that you buy the car, so it is really under your name, but they are willing to buy back the car from you for about 50 to 60% of the original price that you have paid. So I actually went to click on those links that this user has given, and all of them don't work. During the COVID period, I think they have all closed down. So I just googled backpackers car, okay? And then like there was this one that popped out and it's still in operation, thank goodness. I checked through and their reviews are really very good. So I just went ahead and I just booked the car with them. This particular company, they only have 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So I don't know what's the difference because all wheels should mean 4 of the wheels, right? I mean, is there a 5th wheel that I don't know about? That I should know about? Those are the only kinds of vehicles that they offer. They actually have a lot of types of equipment like rooftop tent, they have fridge, and I think they have like plus minus like a lot of things, but I don't remember what they are. Initially I was talking to one of the salesperson and I was just telling him, oh, I think I may want the rooftop tent because I want to go camping and I thought it'd be fun. And then I told him I don't think I want the fridge, even though he told me there may not be the food that you may want to eat for hundreds of kilometers. I thought I don't really want a fridge, so I told him, okay, the fridge you just put on hold first, but for the rooftop tent you can sign me up for that because I want to go for camping and shit. You know, I imagine myself as a very adventurous person, like Indiana Jones, where I run and then I have the hat and then I just I don't know what Indiana Jones does. I hope it's that killing the snakes and then biting off the head. I don't know. Okay, anyway, the rooftop tent is beautiful, okay? Why did I say beautiful? It's very functional, okay? So if you don't have a place to stay, if you need to go stay at a camping site, right? It's very easy to set up. So they have this like little ladder inside the tent, and then so it's like those kind of tent that's like on the top of the roof. and it's very easy to open. So you just have to like unlock something and then push, and then they have this little pneumatic thing that you push the tent open, so you don't even need much strength. So I'm sure like a little girl like me, I could do it also. So whoever you are, it's likely you are gonna be bigger than me, okay? Unless you are just born like a baby or a fetus. When I came to Australia, I was discussing with my roomie whether I should take the fridge. It just suddenly dawned on me that actually I don't want the rooftop tent. Subsequently, I asked about like the fridge. So it's connected to a battery pack in the car. You can power it via your car battery, so it's connected directly. Or if you are not driving your car for like 3 or 4 days and you want your fridge to run, right, you can actually have it connected to a solar panel, and it will just be absorbing the sunlight, powering your fridge. That's how freaking cool it is, alright? I put nothing inside, okay? It's just running on like solar energy. What are you gonna do? If I'm really at somewhere that is really very rural, peopleless, I don't think I'll ever be in that situation, but I just thought it would be nice to have a fridge that you can store things like opened soy milk or like yogurts, half-eaten spinach. So that would be good if I actually can bring them along so I don't waste. And I can just buy one thing and it can last me for a while rather than having to buy and throw, you know? So that is such a big waste. I told him I don't want the rooftop tent anymore, but this time I want the fridge because I feel like a fridge may be more useful. Actually, the cost of the car itself was $9,000, but somehow after I came to Australia and I wanted to make the second deposit, the person told me it has changed to 9,500, okay? So, I don't know, it feels a little bit sus. But okay, later I'll tell you like why that may have happened. So, wait. A little backstory. I'm supposed to collect the car on 7th August. The car has already been confirmed last month with this guy, let's call him M, way before I even came, okay? He was in charge of this project, I guess. I'm a project. So Mr. M has already confirmed a car for me. He told me it's automatic, the mileage, how much liters will be used per 100 kilometers. So that was confirmed. And then late last month, they actually told me he's passing this project to this another guy, let's call him Mr. S. They are both very nice people, okay? Don't get me wrong. They have really helped me a lot. So Mr. S took over the project. This guy didn't know that I wanted an automatic car, and then he actually bumped me up to a car that apparently has lower mileage, and that's why it costs more. Subsequently, when I asked, okay, so what's the cost now? Because I didn't know that they actually changed the car for me, which I feel is a little bit unclear, like why he did that. But anyway, so it ended up being 11,000. So 9,500 was for the car and 1,500 was for the fridge. So before I came to Australia, I've already paid 5,000 because I wasn't sure if I want to go ahead with the fridge also. We actually hold for the second deposit because I'm not sure what amount to pay also. On the 1st of August, I paid the final deposit. So I already booked my accommodations at Wilson Promontory for 7th and 8th August. And I was just happily telling everybody like, bye bye bitches, I'm gonna go. I actually only confirmed that I'm not gonna take the apartment and I'm gonna go travel on Saturday. And then 7th is on the Monday. So I went to the car company on 7th August. Actually, that was just yesterday. When I got there, everything looks good except for one small thing. The car is manual. I actually always talk about how it's better to have a manual license, but the thing is, I haven't driven manual in a very long time. I've had my license for 10 years now, and in between, there was only one time that I drove manual. That was in the UK. I needed to go up the slope and I couldn't. The car was stalling for I think at least a good 5 to 10 minutes. Then we start to smell burning plastic smell. At the moment, I know I'm we have to call the car company that rented us the car, and they actually built us like a big amount. Maybe it's a clutch like pad or something, I don't know. So that's 5 years ago. So from then, I know that, you know what, I shouldn't drive manual unless I have really gotten enough practice back at home. So this is supposed to be my car, but after I went in and I checked, it's gonna be manual. I'm very nervous right now, so they are seeing if they can help me change to automatic. They said the next automatic car we need like a day to be done. I'm not very sure because actually tonight I have like an accommodation booked at another place, so I actually can't stay here another night. I double checked with the guy who was in charge of the car whether it is automatic, and he didn't reply. And because previously he already said, okay, this is 208,000 kilometers automatic, and then there's some other details. So I mean, I thought it definitely is automatic, right? That's why he's not replying when I double checked. And then so now it's manual, okay. So I asked Mr. S, who the project has been handed on to, and I told him I have actually double confirmed with Mr. M. So Mr. S didn't know that I wanted automatic, and apparently he has changed the car that Mr. M wanted to give to me to another car that is the same, except that it is manual. Basically, yesterday they didn't have an automatic car ready for me, so they made me wait. If it's just a day, like you think it is okay, but the problem is that I have already booked my accommodations for 2 nights at this place. I actually have exactly 7 days to drive up to Surf Camp, okay? So it starts on Monday. Okay, I think I'll put a map like here maybe, and like maybe the spot. Honestly, 7 days is already very tight. My plan was actually to collect the car and then head to Wilson Promontory. I will actually just rest for the first day, because normally if you reach at night, don't expect to see anything. So what I'm thinking of is that I will have a whole day next day to see everything that I want to see, go for the hikes that I want to go for, and then the following day I head to the next place. Here's the thing, okay? They offered to pay for my accoms for that night, and also the accommodation cost that I can't get back. So you think that it's okay, but it's really not, okay? Because it has really ruined my plans. I really wanted to see this place. So in the morning I woke up and I was very frustrated with how everything is. And then I put all my bags in the luggage storage area at my hostel. Then I went to the library and I wanted to get some work in on my laptop. And then I just sat at the library and I just sobbed. I know it's like ridiculous, but I was so damn frustrated with the situation. And then I went to the toilet to freshen up and stuff, but end up I just went to the toilet cubicle and I cried some more. After that I thought, because the problem is that I can't even get the car early in the morning. You would think maybe like, okay, it's a 3 hours drive, you know, if you reach in the early afternoon, you still can see some things. But that's not the case. At the time when I was at the library, they couldn't even tell me like what time the car would be done. It is very likely, and okay, it really turned out to be true, that when I reach this place, it's already dark. And then I wouldn't be able to see anything. So the next morning, I would have to drive up to another place, and then I wouldn't have seen anything. So I just thought, oh my goodness, you know what, this night is also wasted. The only thing I can do is maybe tomorrow morning I will try to explore the area a little bit, and then I'm gonna start my drive already, okay? So I actually sat down and I asked him, is it possible to reimburse me for this night also, so that I feel better about staying here for like absolutely no reason at all? And the first thing he asked me is, do you think that is fair? I was like boiling. Anyway, I kept my cool. You can't tell that I kept my cool. Usually I don't make requests like that. I would rather absorb the cost, but it ended up they were kind enough to reimburse me the money, okay? I guess if you never ask, you will never know. If it's not possible, it is okay. It ended up, the car was ready at about 1:30 p.m. and after everything, the car was out with me maybe about 2:45 p.m. And you see how much time was already gone. After I have to still go and pick up my luggage before I head down, and I have to buy groceries. That was that. And I mean, I don't hate the company. I actually really think they're really nice. The whole day was just very tiring and very draining, and
I'm just very tired, honestly.
Oh yeah, okay. And car insurance, they have 2 kinds of insurance. So one type is the third-party car insurance, and that will be, if let's say if you crash a car, touch wood. Let's say if you crash a car, right? Third-party insurance will just mean that they will cover the damage to that car and not your own car. There's another kind which is comprehensive, which will cover both of you. Okay, honestly, like car insurance, I haven't bought any. But by the time I upload this, I would have bought something. When you actually register your vehicle, right, personal injury is covered under the registration of your car. I think that's pretty good. And I also bought roadside assistance for $150. And my car comes with a USB adapter, and they have a lot of like little charging ports for me to charge my phones or whatever I need, okay? It's just that I think they were quite in a rush to give me the car, so the car exterior is kind of dirty, okay? Other than that, everything is okay. okay. The wiper rubber was a bit old. It's not really wiping the water from the windscreen. Do I make sense? So I will need to change that. Oh, one thing to add, this company allows people to return anytime they want. Even if you return in like 2 or 3 years, if you have a second year working holiday visa, if the condition is still similar, they can still buy back from you for 50 to 60% of the price. So I'm gonna go to sleep now. If you like this video, give it a like, okay? It really helps me a lot. And if you like the person that is me, you can actually
subscribe.
So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!